Hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing good. From today, we are going to see a very amazing series. Ashes is going to start from today. Um, this time, both teams are looking very strong, and I believe it's going to be pretty close contest. On one end, we have World Test Champions Australia, and on another, we have unstoppable, unbeatable Bazball team England, who have won their last 12 matches. They have won 12 out of last 15 matches. They are really doing very good with their new technique of Bazball. So we are going to discuss about it, exactly what can be expected, what can be the close contest which can happen. Predicting about result is going to be tough, but again I'll try to give what I feel how it's going to go with. Also, as Ashes is being played between Australia and England, but I know that there are a lot of people in India who are going to watch it, who are going to closely watch it, and they enjoy close contests. There are a lot of people who love test matches. So for all the people, especially people who are in England and Australia, I'm going to have this entire video in English. I'll turn on the subtitles in case anyone wants to listen what I'm saying in Hindi or another language. So once again, before I start, I have a humble request to make. Please subscribe to my channel. If you are coming first time on this channel, you can watch my previous videos as well. You can like this video, you can share your feedback, your comment, exactly what you feel. This is a new channel, and definitely I don't have a lot of resources. What I do, I go ahead and I analyze the performance, and I go ahead and I give my analysis. I remain impartial, and try to be as accurate as possible. So definitely any new subscription, any new person who is subscribing to my channel will be a boost, will be a motivation for me, and definitely I will be very thankful to everyone who will subscribe to my channel. So please subscribe to my channel. So let's get started. Great. So as I said, Ashes is going to start from today. The first test match is in Edgbaston. Couple of things. First thing, Ashes is is one of the biggest event which is happening this year, and every time there's always a close contest, especially when Ashes is happening in England. Things may differ when England tour Australia for Ashes, but whenever it happens in England, there's always a close contest. I remember in 2019 series, England were pretty strong with Jofra Archer, who was the talk of the town. England they had won 2019 World Cup, which happened just before Ashes, so they were very strong, very confident. Talking about Australia, they have altogether a different bowling attack. Players like Peter Siddle and others were playing. Also, they introduce, they give chance to a lot of new players during that series as well. In the first test match, when Steve Smith was substituted controversially, Marcus Labuschagne made his debut, and from that day he's playing extraordinary cricket. So in spite of being such a strong team, England was such a strong team. They could not win Ashes per se. It was 2-2. The score line was 2-2. So that shows that when we talk about Australia, they are very resilient, very strong. They don't concede defeat that easily. So talking about this time, Australian team, they will be very confident. They got a big boost after winning the World Test Championship. But definitely, I'll not say that their performance was flawless in that Test match. there were a lot of instances, there were a lot of times when they were vulnerable. It's just that India could not take advantage of it. Talking about Australian batting lineup, David Warner, yes, he is a world-class batsman, but he's struggling from last year or so. If we remove that double century which he scored against South Africa in December last year, his performance is really very bad. His average has dropped a lot, and not to forget that he has a very pathetic record against Stuart Broad. So yeah, that opening looked vulnerable. Usman Khwaja is a good, decent player, and he's pretty solid. But again, like I said, like we saw in the World Test Championship, that he, sometimes he is unable to, suppress his urge to play outside the off stump, and he was out very on a very low score in both the innings. Australia's batting mainstay will be their middle order, that is Marcus Labuschagne, Steve Smith, and Travis Head. They have got a very great all-rounder in terms of Cameron Green, who is again very decent batsman. Talking about Travis Head, Cameron Green, and the Australians wicketkeeper Alex Carey. These three players are known to play quick, very fast. So these three players can definitely give answer to the Bazball used by England. These three players have that game that they can simply play us and extraordinary shots, and they can simply run away with the game. Australian tailenders or a bowling lineup, if we talk about the batting of Australian bowlers, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc, both are pretty decent batsmen. Okay, but again, it's been a while that they have contributed anything substantially. Not to forget that there were a lot of injuries which they cropped. So it will be interesting to see if they are able to contribute those 30s, 40s run which they used to do earlier. So that's about their batting. Bowling wise, definitely they have good bowlers in their arsenal. But again, if you look at World Test Championship, except the first inning of India, where again it was not that Australian bowlers were pretty lethal. It was more kind of mistakes which Indian batsmen make. So no doubt, if we talk about Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazlewood, and Nathan Lyon, these four are this consists of one of the best bowling attack in the world currently. But again, because they don't have a lot of overs, they have not played a lot of cricket. In fact, before World Test Championship, the last series was against India in March. So for 3-4 months they have not played any cricket, any form of cricket, because Mitchell Starc and Pat Cummins were not in IPL. Josh Hazlewood was there, but he hardly played a couple of matches, and of course Nathan Lyon was also not there. So definitely it will be interesting to see if England start playing aggressively, and they continue with their Bazball technique. How Australian bowlers are going to cope up? Do they have that planning, that strategy to stop England from playing aggressively? That will be interesting to know. Edgbaston, as we all know, help spinners a lot, especially in the second innings. So definitely Nathan Lyon will come into the picture. However, with England's main spinner out injured, and Moeen Ali is going to play the role of the spinner, don't be surprised if England asks their groundsman to prepare a pitch which is hard, which support fast bowling and good for the batting. So there might not be a lot for the spinners, although Moeen Ali is also a good spinner. He's a decent record in the test matches. Talking about England, definitely they are playing some amazing, absolutely beautiful cricket in last year or so. After they lost to West Indies, a series to West Indies in West Indies, things changed under the new coach, under the new captain. England just just changed their strategy. They come up with some aggressive batting. All their batsmen, they don't care even if they are getting out, or they don't care even if their aggressive batting results in loss. They keep on playing aggressive cricket. There were two instances or two matches where they could have won, but because of their aggressive batting, they could not. One was against South Africa last year, and this year earlier in New Zealand, they had a golden chance to win a series against New Zealand in New Zealand, but they could not control their aggression, and they were unable to chase the required run against New Zealand in the second test match. So I don't think so they are going to make any compromise in their Bazball. They are going to play the same kind of cricket. Even if you look at their batting and the kind of players they are given opportunity who are playing right now, they all are ultra aggressive in their batting. Ben Fox, who is a decent keeper and a decent batsman, is not part of Ashes. He is dropped, and Johnny Bairstow, he's making a comeback. We all know how aggressively he can play. Similarly, rather than giving opportunity to any other spinner, especially Rehan Ahmed, who played against Pakistan in Pakistan, what England decided is to play Moeen Ali. Again, a surprise move, considering that he has taken retirement from Test cricket and he has not played Test cricket in the last 3-4 years. So again, it will be interesting to see how he bowls. As far as batting is concerned, England has some serious firepower, with Moeen Ali coming at 8th, and then you have Stuart Broad, Ollie Robinson, and James Anderson. Stuart Broad has also scored century in Test matches, so he is also not marked with the bat. Maybe he might not play very aggressively, but he can certainly hold a end if needed. So talking about batting wise, they are pretty strong. But if we talk about their bowling, no doubt James Anderson and Stuart Broad, they are pioneers of England bowling, and they have more combined. They have around 12 to 1300 wickets in total. If we test wicket in total, so they have a lot of experience. But again, it will be interesting to see if they have that firepower to get Australia out twice, or in other words, take 20 wickets to win the test match if there is no seam, if the conditions are not conducive to their bowling. Both Stuart Broad, James Anderson, even Ollie Robinson, they are bowlers who swing a lot and who swing the ball, and they love to have swinging conditions, seaming conditions to swing the ball. But what we have observed, especially in last 1 year in England, and especially this year as well, is that the weather is pretty cool. You're not getting a lot of rain, and definitely there are a lot of sunny days which you are getting, which negates the swinging condition. So it will be interesting to see if they are able to take wickets when conditions are not favoring them. What about Moeen Ali's role? How many overs Ben Stokes can bowl? So these are some interesting questions, and some things which England has to look upon, because you can score 800, 900 runs in both the innings, but if you're not able to take 20 wickets, it will be tough to win a test match. So that's about the analysis of both the teams. Talking about close matchups, I would say that David Warner versus Stuart Broad, James Anderson versus Steve Smith and Levisham will be interesting. Nathan Lyon against whether it's Ben Stokes or all the batsmen will be an interesting contest. From Australian point of view, definitely how Pat Cummins and Mitchell Starc bowled to the England top order will be interesting to see. How Johnny Bairstow is going to play after making a comeback from he was injured in I believe September October last year, so he's making a comeback after 7-8 months. How he's going to play. So it is going to be an interesting series. My prediction is it will be 3-2 at max. It's not going to be 5-0. It will be 3-2. England will be winning, depending upon again current scenario. Like I said, that I'm not a big fan of predicting score lines because 5 test matches, 20-25 days, 25-26 days of cricket, there a lot of things can change. So definitely, but again, the way England is playing and the issues which Australian team has currently, it is going to be a 3-2 in my point of view. So that's all about this video. I will definitely. I'm not going to I'm not going to make a video on a daily basis for Ashes, but yes, after a couple of days or maybe after once the test match is over, I can go and I can analyze that entire test match and I can present my analysis. So thank you very much for watching my video. Once again, please subscribe to my channel. I have this humble request to all the people. Please support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much and you have a great day.